Welcome to the Vocal Gym. My name is Richard, and it is my honor to spend some time with you and your voice today. We're going to take on something pretty unique. This is not your typical warm-up. This isn't just about getting to your highest note as fast as you can. This is about mindful practice, helping you actually develop your skills while you warm up. To start with, we're going to explore a glissando, also sometimes referred to as a siren sound, because it sounds like a siren, sliding from one note up the octave and back down. Of course, you can jump to any octave that feels comfortable for you. We're going to try this with an ooh shape called a formant. I have my tongue forward just a little bit. Ooh. I want a low volume, consistent tone. Sounds like this. Or if you're up here, nice and easy. Let's try it again. Breathe in. Breathe in. And again. Now, depending on your current skill level, depending on your vocal range or what you've already been doing with your voice today, you might find this note easier than this note or vice versa. At any point during this exercise, during this video, that it gets too high, jump down the octave. If it feels like it's too low, look for the octave above. Point is, pay attention to what your body is telling you. If there's anything out of balance, then you need to make a change. Don't just push yourself through it. This way, you're teaching the mind a new path to achieve the pitch with less effort. The goal here is efficiency. That's what we're looking for. Let's try it again. With the ooh, breathe in. And again, small sniff, just a little. Good, just you this time. And breathe in. And once more. Excellent. Now, we're going to continue going up. If you find this exercise to be pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty relaxed, then you can challenge the exercise by going from an ooh to an e. I do recommend the tongue to stay forward. If you notice the tongue pull back, it implies that maybe that muscle or related muscles are getting involved with pitch or managing your airflow. And we want the muscles above the larynx to be in control, or be available rather, for articulation and tone. That's our storytelling. On the other hand, if you're struggling with the exercise, your voice is cracking a lot, or you're having trouble getting the note, or you feel stressed, make sure you're in the right octave and try a closed position like an M. A more closed position provides more back pressure, make it a little bit easier for the folds to stretch. So we're starting in a closed position, ooh, or E if that's right for you. Let's continue up and see what happens. Breathe in. Good, breathe in. And again. Whatever sound that's right for you today, in this moment. Breathe in. Take your time. And again. be afraid to go down the octave if you feel any stress. And again. Two more going up. Good. Excellent. Now, we're going to work our way back down, by the way. But some of the things that you can look out for is if your eyebrows are lifting for a high note. If you're rising out of your chair. If your chin is lifting up. That's your belief system in your mind that the note is on a vertical plane. We use the word up or high to describe the position of the pitch when it's written out. This note is above this note. But that doesn't actually mean it's higher. It just means that your folds are vibrating faster. So we want to remove the idea that we have to reach for a high note. So you can roll your shoulders. You can lay down on the floor. I like this one the most, where we might do a I'm looking down as the pitch goes up, so that might be a fun one for you to explore. Now, if you feel like there's a stress, you can hear on my voice there's just a little bit of a cheat there. I was stressing to make the pitch happen because I wanted to demonstrate the note for you. Well, that's fine if I was performing a song, but in a warm-up, we don't want that. I would have been better off doing this. That's honest. That's where my voice is right now. You already know how to force the pitch. Purpose of a quality warm-up is to teach the mind not to force the pitch. We want to find new ways to coordinate the muscles and to loosen the folds so they can vibrate where we want. Now, we're going to work our way down our range, or maybe you've already gone down an octave or two, and that's fine. But instead of the glissando, I'm going to break it up into a scale. Notice I didn't force that note. Oh, I can make it happen. But that's not going to help me warm up. If you're feeling a little stressed, do the or do the ooh with me. You can open to an E shape if you're ready for a bigger challenge. You can even consider increasing the volume a little bit. So you can do a but you still want to let go. You don't raise the volume just to get that note. If you're noticing your volume is increasing and you didn't tell yourself to increase the volume, that's a red flag. Something's off. You're imbalanced. Let the pitch go or simply adjust the shape, going to a more closed position or a quieter volume in order to maintain the scale. Okay, here we go. And you might be down the octave. Just find the right one for you. Doesn't matter what register it is. Good, even volume, listen for it. Good. Awesome. Again. If you're in your passaggio, meaning a passageway between chest voice and head voice, where your vocal folds go from thick to thin, you might get some weird sounds like a ooh. Typically not the sound we're aiming for when we go to sing a song to tell a story, but we're in the vocal gym. We're training. We are actively seeking the parts of our voice that is imbalanced. Range, volume, formant, the shape of the sound, or tone. Why would we look for those things that sound bad? So we can improve them. If we just sing songs, we get good, we get better, but we tend to level off. If you're doing vocal exercises, the same exercise over and over again, you just get really good at performing those exercises. If you want to improve, We're actively seeking where we need improvement. So make sure you allow that to happen. Ooh. You might want to cringe. You might want to crawl up into a little ball of embarrassment, even if it's just you in the room. But this is good news. You found exactly the combination, the volume, the vowel, and the range of notes for you to spend time with, for you to nurture, for you to work with, to improve your skills, because that will show up in your performances. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to back up just a half step. Again, any octave that feels right to you. Here we go. With an oo, or e. Breathe in. And breathe in. Great. Eventually you'll be able to smooth it out over time. Notice I'm still doing it at a quiet volume. No need to push. And again. If this is too low, jump back up the octave. Good. Shoulders loose. Neck loose. Don't lock anything up. Two more. Excellent. Okay, now that we've kind of figured out some of the rules, we've explored what an exercise might entail when you're paying attention to the details, we're going to explore a little bit of the 7 dimensions of singing so you understand why we're doing what we're doing, and then we're going to jump into another exercise. Basically, what we just focused on is the dimension of flexibility at first. It's a closed mouth position, it's low volume, and we're stretching the folds. We're just loosening things up. Of course, that took some breath control, a little bit of intonation, definitely exploring some range because we're moving from register to register, and an octave is a huge part of anybody's vocal range. Tone, of course, was addressed because we want to maintain a consistent quality of sound. Articulation, because we didn't go, whoa! We didn't change the vowel just to get the note, or we didn't change our facial expressions and make a smile E versus a relaxed E. We didn't have our tongue pull back if you were paying attention to your tongue. Those are all the details that we're looking for. And strength has to do with the intrinsic muscles of the larynx. It's not about how loud you can get, although it's reflected in that skill set. It's about stability. It is about the endurance of the muscles that we use to sing, to control pitch and everything. So all 7 of these things are happening at once to some degree. I'm just kind of ballparking things here a little bit. But the focus was flexibility. We're just loosening it up. Ooh, whatever sound we get should feel relaxed. Now, as we open the vowel, we go from or ooh into an E. Now that challenges our breathing a little bit. It challenges the articulation or tongue position to be more steady, the consistency of tone. All those things were challenged a little bit. And it reshapes how the exercises target your voice. When we change to a scale, now we've got intonation, our pitch starting to matter a little bit more. We're looking for precise movements going from this note to this note. Now, the goal of a warm-up in general is to move from flexibility focused to range focus. The reason is range is directly opposite of strength and flexibility. Agility with stability of strength. So range is a great place to target. Now, of course, all the other dimensions are still involved. But how do we go from flexibility to strength? Well, we can take what we started with and adapt it in that direction. And this is what's going to be really unique from person to person to person. So we talked earlier about going from closed to E open. Well, now we can go even more open. Instead of E, we're going to try an ah, tongue forward. Ah. You can hear there's a little roughness in my voice. I've been speaking for hours already, so it needs a little bit of a warm-up, right? So what the ah does is it benefits us to target more strength because we are reducing back pressure, which makes it a little more difficult for the folds to stabilize against the air pressure underneath. So this is a great way to transition from your initial warm-up loosening to going towards your goal of getting those higher notes that you want to sing with a stable sound. So if you're doing an ooh, now do a louder E. If you're doing an E, do a slightly louder ah. And we kind of gradually work towards that. And again. So I'm slowing it down just a little bit. Which is even better for range, better for strength. Right, maybe you're doing an ah. And again, try that a little louder if you want. But it should still feel easy, even if it's not pretty yet. Breathe in. Right. Don't be afraid to jump octaves. We're up pretty high from where we started. Don't force it. A few more. Last one. Excellent. Now, if you can go higher, awesome. If you can go lower, awesome. But we do want to focus on your ability to move between the registers. That's a really important part of a warm-up, which is why we're here today. Being able to coordinate between the chest voice and into head voice. E, kind of navigate into that space and then back down without changing the vowel, without changing the air pressure in terms of volume, and without using your exterior muscles. The other thing I want to point out is make sure you don't gulp air. If you're getting lightheaded, if you are getting to the end of the exercise and having to push out a bunch of air just to take more air in, something's out of balance. Don't take in that much. Almost always, the answer to improving an imbalanced situation is taking something away, not adding. Don't fix it by just getting louder. Don't fix it by changing the vowel shape. Try to take something away. Well, let me take away the volume. Let me relax the tongue. Let me make sure my shoulders are relaxed. Maybe take in less air before I even begin the exercise. Always look there first. That's how you build efficiency for a consistent instrument skillfully. So let's work our way down. Oh, let me bring the piano back in for you too. We're going to break into the scale again. This time it can be back to a closed position if you're stressing out. If you're struggling with this exercise, do something quiet. Even a lip trill if you're able to do those. Great. If you're up to the challenge, you're like, hey, my voice feels good, I went through a couple octaves of notes, then you can raise the bar. You adapt the exercise to your instrument in this moment. We can now try a slower exercise, which we're going to do, but you can be loud and open that challenges range and strength, or you can be quiet and closed mouth position, which is going to lean more towards flexibility, both addressing range in their own way. All right, here we go. Coming down. I'm doing an ah, or mimicking one. It's a little flat right there. I can hear myself struggle around the passaggio, so I'd be like, well, maybe I'm not quite warmed up for that. Let me move to an E, or let me try a lower volume. That's just an example of what I want you to pay attention to when you're doing the exercise. By the way, I'm going to give you a link in the description below where you can download just the piano part. Once you know these rules, you don't have to go back and keep listening to me interrupt them all the time. I want you listening to you more importantly. Here we go. Good. I'm going to slow down even more. Any octave is fine. Breathe in. Relaxed inhale. And again. Good. Take your time. Keep it consistent. Don't get loud just because it's getting, just as you approach the higher note. Don't increase that volume. I know what's happening. I know it's happening somewhere in your range at some point. Look out for those details. Steady, steady. Good. Think of it as less air as you go up. Great. Breathe in. And again. Breathe in. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Consistently louder if you're ready for it. So long breaths. Good. Back to back. Again. 2 more. Good, last one, breathe in. Of course, with the 7 dimensions that we saw, you can detail any one of these exercises by adjusting to what you need. Let's say doing your warm-up and you struggle with breathing, for example. So we could start with this, our first exercise that we did. In order to target breathing, you could try a Z. You can add a G. By adding the complication of the tongue movement, now you're targeting articulation and also influences tone. You can start to see that every choice that you make within the exercise addresses different proportions of muscles in your instrument, known as the 7 dimensions of singing. So in time, when you start to understand this method more, you're going to be able to very specifically target your needs that helps you get to your goals. So you're not just warming up, you are actually skill building. But what we did today is universally beneficial for any style, any skill level of singer. I hope you enjoyed it. You can even, if you're curious, go take a free vocal assessment to learn more about your voice and how it applies to the 7 dimensions. It'll map out which dimensions that you excel at and which dimensions you might need to spend a little more time with. And that way you're constantly progressing in your vocal journey. And of course, we have the Vocal Gym course. So be sure to check that out, and we hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.